here to watch WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem. And man, if you were here last night, if you watched live on WWNlive.com or Club WWN, how about WWN Super Show Mercury Rising? How wild was last night, guys? Absolute chaos. We partied all night. I think I got a 5 a.m. shadow. I don't even know if I went to bed. But here's the thing. I gotta point out a few things. A few historic moments that happened and perhaps some outcomes. How about this? The Caribbean strap match. Rich Port Ayala defeating Buckshot. Brian Brock, an absolutely brutal contest. And I got some news. You may be tracking on July the 13th. Full Impact Pro Wrestling presents Heat Stroke. And guess who is getting an opportunity to the FIB Florida Heritage Championship? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Rich Port Ayala will face 6 Stevie Flint on July the 13th at FIB. Well-deserved championship opportunity. And speaking of historic, it was up there. In fact, many of you were complaining you had no fan, and I don't blame you. How about the ladder match for the WWN Proving Ground Championship? It was wild, it was violent. I'm impressed. Anybody's still walking after that match. But ultimately, Sage Scott, our WWN Proving Ground champion, proved that he has supremacy here in our WWN men's division. But there was something that was a little personal. Last man standing. Former brothers from different mothers. Former Rapture members. The WWN Multimedia Champion Richard Adonis, of course non-title, defeated in that last man standing by J Sky. J Sky reigning supreme. Well, J Sky, I appreciate seeing you here. I guess I said your name made you appear, but congratulations on your match last night and your big victory. But what are you doing here right now, sir?
Well, thank you, Trevin. I appreciate it. But last night's in the past. I'm gonna need Rick Thames to come out here right now. I got something to say.
I guess we're getting our WWN Commissioner, Rick Thames, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulate you on a well-fought match last night. Why did you want everything done?
Rick, it's obvious. Last night, I beat Richard Adonis. And if you ask anybody out here, I deserve an opportunity for the WWN Multimedia Championship. I beat Richard last night, but he was too chicken to put his title on the line. So tonight, Rick Thames, tonight, I need that opportunity to finally rid the world of the Silver Snake and become the new WWN Multimedia Champion.
Well, Jay, as much as I'd like to do that tonight, like to sanction this match here tonight. You both deserve it. There's been an unexpected development here, though, however. Someone you both know wants a shot at that multimedia belt right there. And it's somebody you both know, you both are very familiar with. His name is Jarett Diaz. With Jarett Diaz here tonight, Richard Adonis, Jay Sky, we're gonna, in the main event, I'm putting all you three in a triple threat match here. For the Multimedia Championship is on the line.
I think we're good. Yep. You heard the news from WWN Commissioner Rick Danes. Main event triple threat. Richard Adonis will defend the WWN Multimedia Championship against Jay Sky and the man that Richard Adonis had just a few months ago here, the returning Jarett Diaz. The wrestler in clothes. I'm getting out of here. I'm sure he'll now.
Contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Well, we've talked about the moniker before, the grown-ass man, and of course that concept of being the grown-ass man means, unlike most of the wrestlers in our sport, he believes he is the one that actually personifies professional wrestling, and people are undersized, underdeveloped, unathletic, boring, ugly apparently.
And his opponent. Representing Jack and Mack from Kilmarnock, Scotland, weighing in at 238 pounds, the last true hooligan, KJ Mack.
Good to see KJ Mack. Last night had a hell of a matchup, or last week should I say.
AJ Mack here without his partner, so he's in singles action tonight. Looking to get a victory against the grown-ass man, Daniel Lacy.
Mr. Trevin Adams, how are you, sir?
Well, we got a
Go ahead and give me a proper introduction, please.
special guest, your primetime Anthony Catena. Didn't expect to see you. Someone ring the damn bell, please.
And one of y'all, you please like that?
We are underway here. What brings you to join us, Anthony Catena?
Well, to be honest, Trev, I was sitting in the back and listening to you commentate on the YouTube live channel, and I thought, you know what, Trevin Adams needs a better commentary partner. That's, I don't know, entertaining. So I figured I'd come out here and give you a hand. No need to thank me.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about coming up in here thinking he's running things, but Trevin is in the booth with the highest man in your city. He's got a great partner.
Yeah, who's the kid now, huh?
Oh,
Certainly some tension here.
You started it, Catena. You got here, and you immediately crapped on Baby Keef. But Anthony Catena.
Is it baby Leaf with an L, Leaf?
Sir, you know it's Baby Keef. It could be Leaf because I can roll you up and smoke you if you keep talking like you're talking.
Gentlemen, settle down here in the booth. Take a look, though, at KJ Mack. Young man, impressive, forcing the pin. Daniel Lacy, I know he would like you a lot, Anthony Catena, because I do believe that you personify what he means when he says he's looking for grown-ass men in professional wrestling.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I'm certainly a grown-ass man, and me and Daniel actually go way back, all the way to 3D Academy, where we both trained at once upon a time.
That's a true story. Pinfall. Lacey still in this thing. Keep in mind, KJ Mack, trained by guys like Wolfgang, Masha Slamovich, hanging out with Dark Arts Academy right now, or Jim, should I say?
But you see, here's the thing between me and Daniel and me and KJ, what's his name?
KJ,
is that they're both stuck here in Florida, and I'm traveling around the country, becoming OVW champion, making 2 tours of the UK, going out to Mexico.
What OVW championship do you hold, sir?
I hold the OVW Championship. I'm not going to classify it. When I've got the strap in my hands, that means it's the only championship that's relevant in that company.
All right, I'll Google.
The OVW Championship.
I'm going to Google that in a minute. I'm going to bet you're not the world heavyweight, but regardless, still credentials. Means a lot. I won't deny it. What were you going to say, Keith?
Yeah, well, congratulations to you, sir, but this is not about you right now, Catena. Relax, sit down, and enjoy this great match that we have right now.
Excuse me. Sorry, I got a little tired there.
If you need a nap, I can put you to sleep, brother. You keep talking like I don't got my gear with me.
Gents, settle again. And Lacey with a beautiful drop kick here. In a mere 5 years, we have watched Daniel Lacy grow up before our eyes in the World Wrestling Network. Leg is hooked. And kind of like you, Catena, he's one of those guys, he's went out there, traveled to places like Memphis, honed his style and come back better than, I mean, I remember when you debuted all those years ago at Proving Ground. You've grown leaps and bounds.
Let's go, out of the corner. Let's go, out of the corner.
You used to have multiple tools. Was it 6 or something?
I'll let you figure that one out.
The knee to the back right now. I think KJ Mack's trying to figure out how is he going to get out of this situation.
You know, Keef, you talk about how you have your gear. Weren't you doing commentary, and you were here last night too? You know, it seems to me that you're not good enough to even be on the show.
Brother, it doesn't matter if I'm doing commentary or in the ring. I am the highest thing on this show. You weren't on commentary last night or in the ring.
You gotta be pretty damn high to think that you could smoke my ass.
Settle, guys, right now. Lacey, center of the ring, cracking the head of KJ Mack. We've been talking. Oh, wait, trying to force the pin. But Daniel Lacy able to get the momentum, forced back over KJ.
You see that right there? That's what separates me and Daniel Lacy. He got taken over, almost got pinned, and he set right back in the same position. I would have shifted my hips so that way he couldn't roll me again. But no, does he do that? No. That's why I'm the OVW champion. That's why I make tours all around the country, all around the damn globe. What can you say about that, Keef? Huh? You just stuck out in Miami smoking your doobies?
Whoa. Ha, sir. I'm not just in Miami. I'm all around the state of Florida. I'm out around the country. You think you're the only one that can go places? No, sir. Calm down. What we call you back at the crib is mid.
Well, both men are down right now as inside of the booth here. I'm getting a little nervous being between these two.
Don't worry, Trevin. As long as I'm here, you safe, brother. Catena ain't finna do nothing.
Well, am I getting paid to do something here? Because then that really depends on me.
That's the difference between you and I. I'll slap you up for free.
Well, right now, these two men are fighting tooth and nail here. I'm starting to take away from KJ Mack and Daniel Lacy. And I've been, again, impressed by KJ Mack. Keep in mind, former goalkeeper for many pro teams in Scotland.
I will say, though, he looks like a damn Power Ranger out there.
Are you sure you've been to Europe? Yeah, that's kind of what they wear. Coming off, beautiful neck breaker.
Neck breaker. Look at KJ Mack has worked his way back into this match, trying to cover Daniel Lacy.
Hair Lacy still in this thing. And I think from that perspective, as you look at it, and you look at the fact that a guy like KJ Mack, tough enough to not only be holding championships all over our country and overseas, coming from doing football, aka soccer, but that high knee from Daniel Lacy could have changed everything.
Just definitely took a big knee, followed up by a clothesline from the grown-ass man.
Not enough, though, to put away KJ Mack, so I can already tell, Catena, you got something to say.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why he stopped paying his gear maker to finish making the rest of his gear.
That's just the style, that's the drip up in Europe. If you was all around the world, like you said, you probably would know that.
Able to get out of the way of the running knee, the Top Gun, roll up, no. So some would call this an upset. KJ Mack could defeat Daniel Lacy, but I think, again, a lot of people forget the credentials of KJ Mack. However, Lacy has been on a roll here in Proving Ground. Does manage to get up and over with a forearm.
Speaking of being on a roll, I mean, just last Thursday, I became the OVW Media Champion, which is now titled the OVW Championship. That's where the roll is all about, Trevin.
Got it, and you're part of a trio, and everybody's got belts, right?
You're damn straight.
Hey, I'm taking nothing away. Those are absolute credentials. I still don't know why you're out here. Oof! Trying to pick a fight, but I think that, my friend, is it.
Have you heard of John Cena? Have you heard of Batista?
Top Gun takes out KJ Mack.
Being OVW champion.
Man, Daniel Lacy.
Being OVW champion is indeed having credentials.
Keep talking all this OVW champion this, all around the world that. You talking like you want to prove something.
Hold on. Settle. I'll give you a chance. We just got to hear what Daniel Lacy has to say.
Ever since the start of Monday Night Mayhem, there has only been a single blemish on my record courtesy of the Proving Ground champion himself. Other than that, week after week after week, it's been win after damn win. But that's not good enough. I want more. And WWN, if you don't do something soon, I'm gonna start taking more than just my weekly pound of flesh. And what I want is gold.
This chump better not be talking about me.
I can assure you, he's not even thinking about you.
Keef, you know what? You said you got your gear, correct?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
And you said you could smoke me, correct?
That's exactly what I said.
Well, you know what, Keef? I've got a brilliant idea. If you got so much talking to do and smoking my ass up, why don't you go ahead and put on your gear? I'm all ready to go. You see, we gotta stay ready. Why don't we have a match later here tonight?
We can do that anytime. Later tonight is a perfect time. And I tell you what, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna smoke you out the building and send you back to, what was it, Tennessee? Where you came from?
You know damn well where I came from, Leaf.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
You know what, I really don't have time for sit through another.
He hails from the streets of Puerto Rico, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the modern-day executioner, Salazar, Muerte.
Now, before I was so rudely interrupted, it would mean a hell of a lot to just go out there and kick your ass from pillar to post for fun. to get paid. But you know what? I think there should be a little bit of stakes on the line. And speaking of stakes, I think that they got some here at the OCC Road House. I think that you're all smoked up. You're probably all ready to binge eat. What if we made it a little bit interesting?
What's up? What you thinking?
I say that when I smoke your ass, you buy me a sandwich or a steak.
Huh. And when I beat you, you're gonna buy me a cheeseburger. I like them well done, no onions. Thank you very much.
He's a live card. Izzy, Vaden.
I can't wait to see you and Anthony Catena later on tonight. Someone's buying someone a damn sandwich, and you make him buy you that sandwich after this.
Catena is definitely gonna buy me a sandwich. I'm getting a free meal and a W tonight. But right now, Salazar has to be seething after not being able to win that Proving Ground heavyweight title in the ladder match, and he is taking it out on Izzy.
Izzy Vaden, indeed our lifeguard. First time we've seen him in a while here in Proving Ground. I believe making his Monday Night Mayhem debut.
Now we seen Izzy Vaden not too long ago square up against, I believe it was Blake Banks.
Oh, thank you for correcting me.
I got you, and I know this right here is a little surfboard action, riding the waves of the modern day executioner.
Well, you gotta think Salazar's coming in here furious. I can't believe that Salazar's even walking after last night, that WWN Proving Ground Championship ladder match. Hellacious is an understatement. Violent, dangerous, and somehow Salazar is still walking. You gotta think if there wasn't the situation where he ended up going through the table and putting La Brava Escobar through a table, could have been a difference. We could have had a new champion than Salazar.
I definitely think that car ride home was very awkward between them two. But Salazar is running off of pure anger and fury right now. He still has that mark on his forehead for being busted open last week, and then yesterday reopening that cut across the forehead, seeing his own blood at the hands of Sage not once but twice.
You saw it here a week ago. Salazar didn't think Sage Scott was here. They got into the battle, into the crowd. Blood spewing everywhere after Salazar de la Muerte had gotten cut. Izzy Vaden flying on in, trained at clapbacks.
Oh my goodness.
As you pointed out, I guess we have seen him lately, but we have definitely seen him many times in the OG Proving Ground. Pinfall. I really like Izzy Vaden. I really like his attitude. Oh, by the way, he has appeared in OVW since apparently Catena has to keep finding a little opportunity to plug that OVW, which I love Ohio Valley Wrestling. Don't take it the wrong way. I know that's not their ambassador. I'll tell you right now, Al Snow would never want Anthony Catena speaking for that company.
Al Snow wouldn't even dare to have Anthony Catena be his ambassador. But right now, the modern day executioner is trying to rip the lifeguard's head clean off right now. Izzy Vaden needs to get back on his feet and try to mount some type of momentum.
Hey, he is the guardian of the bay, the first aid technician, the savior of the sea. I really hope our lifeguard isn't being choked out before he can save anybody else.
And right now, the lifeguard is swimming with a great white shark that is looking to maul him.
You know, some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light. You know, some people need to help somebody when the edge of surrender's in sight. But don't you worry, it's gonna be all right. Because Izzy's always ready. And he ain't gonna let you out of his sight, nor Salazar de la Muerte, and that's all the lyrics I'm doing.
Look at my guy Trevin dropping bars in the booth. Somebody get him a record deal.
Ah, shut up, Baywatch. But coming off right there. Izzy Vaden, I know a lot of people could consider it an upset, but they would be an oof.
Wow, look at the strength.
They would be underestimating Izzy Vaden. Two-time Triple Crown champion in Kentucky, Florida Wrestling Empire champion, and looking...
Was that like a cannonball of sorts?
Cannonball senton pinfall. In fact, he literally calls it the cannonball. You're correct.
Hey, man, sometimes you're just on point and you don't even know it.
Come on. Could be looking for the 5 starfish splash, but unfortunately, De La Muerte got up hitting that running European uppercut. And Keef, you've been there.
Oh my goodness. Even with the already battered head, Salazar uses his noggin as a weapon.
It's going to go from bad to worse here, I think, for Vaden. Dumped down.
That might be
Death
all.
belly driver, and indeed, that is it.
Here is your winner, the modern day executioner, Salazar de la Muerte.
Look at him. Damn near reopened that gash across his forehead again and did it to get the win.
Salazar will have a scar for life, and he's making it worse every fight. He doesn't care. The fact that Salazar is walking after the ladder match, the fact that Salazar was so dominant here tonight, not only tells you that the modern-day executioner is still dangerous, but there's the one. It tells you right now, man, he gonna be keeping coming for people, and I would not want to be the one that crosses that man, especially after the night he had last night.
Yeah, Sage better keep a look over his shoulder. He might have gotten a victory, but Salazar is probably still on the prowl for that Proving Ground heavyweight title. But he ain't gonna get past me, I tell you that much. But he did get past the lifeguard, Izzy Vaden.
Credit to Izzy Vaden, though, bringing it here, trying to fight against a absolute beast in Salazar. And I'm telling you right now, you got to check out that ladder match, ladies and gentlemen. Available on demand right now. Club WWN, WWNlive.com, WWN Super Show Mercury Rising. Hell of an event. We'll talk about another fallout of Mercury Rising in just a moment, because we got a heck of a matchup coming up next. Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Irish Tag Team Championships. Introducing first,
Last night, WWN Super Show Mercury Rising, and this is very personal for you as well. The showing from Better Together against True Boys, the Miami Boys, Chris Malachite, Puma Johnson. They were tearing down the house to kick off the event for the WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Championship. And whether you want to say Better Together had it in the bag or your boys were coming back, either way, it was an instant classic until the Emerald Empire comes down, attacking all four men, and at the time, Emerald Empire members, Annihilation, and of course, Jonathan Hudson, Devin Diaz, talking smack, saying Emerald Empire was going to go home with all the gold. I love those pants.
Ripple Ray pants. Hadar doesn't look like he wants to rip them away. He's going to take them off like a civilized person. Hey, Maury says, no, sir. We having a party. But yes, Trevin, this is very personal to me. I would not say Better Together was going to come away with the win last night. I think the boys were coming back, and Annihilation ruined an instant classic.
And that's not the only thing that was ruined last night by the Emerald Empire. The two men you're about to see right now are former FIP World Tag Team Champions. They thought they were going to be facing Annihilation last night before the matchup. You had, again, Jonathan Hudson, Devin Diaz coming out. There was no Simon Says, because plain and simple, Simon Says was, well, we called it, terrified of Bridgeport Ayala.
He was scared.
I know, come on, let's be honest.
Scared of RPA.
Hey, and I don't blame him, because I would be too, but at the end of the day, these two right here thought they were going to face Annihilation. Instead, Jonathan Hudson, Devin Diaz attacking their own buddies from the Emerald Empire, taking out Annihilation, putting them through a table, and at the end of the day, said it was Simon Says who said, not only are you guys losers, we don't trust you to win this thing back. And the contract says Emerald Empire gets the rematch. Ends up being Hudson, Diaz, and thanks to some brass knuckles and a good distraction to the official, defeating Rich Swan, defeating LJ Cleary, becoming FIP World Tag Team Champions, which still angers me to no end, Keith, to say the least. But there was a silver lining, because guess what? Rich Swan, LJ Cleary, just a few weeks ago at Fight Factory Pro Wrestling, became the Irish Tag Team Champions, and Better Together said, you know, you were supposed to defend the FIB World Tag titles against us. Couldn't help but notice you still got some really nice belts, and we love Europe. We'd love to go to Ireland, and that's how we got here, Keef.
Well, we're here. I don't feel even the slightest bit of bad for Annihilation. That's what they get for running with slime balls. Sometimes you don't get stabbed in the back. And I feel even worse for LJ Cleary and Rich Swann. They had no idea they were blindsided by new opponents, pretty much. They end up losing their FIP tag titles, but
Sending down to Michael James for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger, standing to my left. They hail from Tel Aviv, Israel, weighing in at a total combined weight of 375 pounds. Hadar Horowitz, Ori Gold. They are better together. And their opponents weighing in at a total combined weight of 370 pounds. They are the reigning and defending Irish Tag Team Champions, living his beautiful life, LJ Cleary, and Mr. All Night Long, Rich Swann, All Night Beautiful Life.
Despite what happened last night, poor Swann was not loopy half the night. It was almost like as soon as Rich Swann, listen to the new chant, as soon as Rich Swann even got to the point where he was cognizant he was starting to leave with LJ, that's about when they were approached by Better Together. Of course, Better Together not only attacked at the beginning of the night, but at the end of the night, Tokyo Monster Cahagas, where the hell did he come from? Attacking August Archois to a successful title defense.
Yeah, don't remind me. I got beat with a kendo stick too, right with them boys.
And that's what I was going to say. You know, so we're better together, but nevertheless, we are set up here tonight. We are so excited. Big shout out again to FFPW Fight Factory Pro Wrestling, letting us present an Irish Tag Team Championship match. Of course, there was a winner takes all match when Swann and LJ were still FIP World Tag Team Champions a few weeks ago at FFPW. And in fact, you can see that match in full available on their YouTube, and we actually gave it a shout out from all our social media yesterday. You should check it out. Maybe it'll be the only time you can see Swann and LJ with those titles if Better Together wins them right here tonight at WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem.
Woo! In pretty much a 24-hour span, LJ and Swann have an opportunity to lose both titles that they walked in the weekend with.
That would be a very bad weekend. Swann came in, I mentioned it last night. I had the opportunity to have dinner with him on Saturday after he flew in. Swann was in such a good mood. He was hyped, couldn't wait to get in the ring. He loves Full Impact Pro, World Wrestling Network. Swann been a part of this promotion, a better part of the 20 years of his career, but LJ Cleary, man who 12 years in now, but in 2018 when he was a wee lad, oh, hold on, pinfall. When he was but a wee lad, faced off against Rich Swann. He learned a lot from Swann and really became, Swann became like an inspiration for LJ, and that's part of what led to not only this tag team, but remember they even had a one-on-one about a month ago, 2 months ago. Hell of a match.
Great match, but look at Better Together with the one-up on the champions. LJ Cleary with the wherewithal to roll out the way before Better Together can get rolling as a team. And in comes Rich Swann.
What is your question?
I love the team name All Night Beautiful Life. A lot of mutual respect between these guys. Rich has trained with Better Together, and of course LJ as well. This is definitely one of those situations where it's two teams, they're not gonna break rules, and haha. What you call that?
I call that the hip swivel. And right now, Rich is moving, he's grooving, he's leaping, he's rolling.
But a great, no, wow! Countered by Rich Swann.
That's the veteran instincts right there.
Swann, ungodly in the agility. And again, I'm sorry, how is Swann doing this? But how is Ori keeping up? Quick kickouts again. Wow. Same idea, stalemate, double kip-ups.
And you gotta give an applause to Ori right there, because Ori stood toe-to-toe with Rich Swann.
And Hadar jumping in, LJ jumping in. I think we still got the mutual respect, but I can definitely see being upset and getting a little concerned about how things were breaking down. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I've watched Rich Swann's career, Dragon Gate USA, Combat Zone Wrestling, of course, Full Impact Pro. Oh no. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna lay out. I gotta see this.
And the fireworks are going crazy.
Oh, what's Swan got?
Swan say he's got something in the tank too. Oh, here we go. Now we gonna test your strength out. Whoop. Hold on. Moving, grooving, and party, dancing. Couple of splits everywhere.
Well, no, we got one good split, half a split, and maybe even an injury to LJ.
Yeah, LJ might have just tore hamstring trying to get down and groovy.
There's a former women's intercontinental champion really worried about her fiance right now. Nevertheless, double arm drags here. Better together, but again, the double stalemate.
Drop kicks in stereo. There's nobody that can get the upper hand.
This is amazing. Now, where I was going was my point is I've seen Swan throughout those moments, his times in WWE, TNA. I think this is the best shape, the best mentally, the best Rich Swan we have ever seen in his 20-year career. And watch out, LJ.
I was about to say for sure until Ori just took advantage of LJ gingerly getting in the ring. Oh!
Remember, better together, been teaming well over a decade. Tandem drop kicks. Wow. LJ might not be hearing anymore.
Boom! Big running knee drops Rich Swan. And look at better together standing tall in this championship tag team match.
Swan, I think, actually went head first into the concrete outside of the ring. Not good news for Rich Swan. LJ Cleary has been isolated.
Yeah, Rich Swan probably still reeling from them brass knucks to the back of Mata. Swan.
LJ Cleary, tons of credentials. Obviously, has to now hold gold here in the World Wrestling Network. Youngest ever Irish junior heavyweight champion, OTT NLW champion, of course, Irish tag team champion before and now. And he was the first ever Irish wrestler to challenge for an AEW championship. Wow. I'm telling you, super street cred, and at a mere 26 years of age, he's living his beautiful life. I mean, what he's saying is, I'm living my dream. I can't believe I get to do this. I can't believe I get to wrestle all over the world in front of great people, but he's breaking down here.
Yeah, LJ would look like he was trying to run past. Oh, Hadar stopped him. I don't know how he just took out both of better together at the same time.
Tornado DDT running up a man's body. I don't know how it was done, but stop. No, maybe not stop.
There goes Ori.
Ori diving out, but another hit with the Inzaguri. Wow. And LJ make it over.
And a big tag. Here comes Rich Swan.
Woo! And Swan's got that energy. And a little bit of that swag. See, I was hoping you had a better word than swag earlier. That's why I asked. Beautiful neck breaker.
Hey, he right now is, oh! He feeling drippy. He feeling,
there you go.
There you go.
I needed.
Yeah, he's dripping right now. Dripping in sauce.
There you go. And a dive head over heels.
I don't know if you even noticed, but he's doing this barefoot, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, what? Oh! Swan has no boots. Pinfall.
He's got no boots, but he's got a whole bunch of height off that frog splash. Trevin, I don't know how that wasn't a 3 count.
The Gator WWN faithful also agreeing. Rich Swan, his credentials, man, amazing. Former 2-time FIP World Heavyweight Champion. Oh. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Irish Tag Team Champions are working Hadar. Well, stays alive.
Multi-time FIP World Tag Team Champion.
Right now, if it was me and the boys in there, I would be telling them boys, get your head in the game, get the momentum back on our side.
You hear the people again, very insistent. Well done by Ori Salt.
Well scouted. Oh, big super. Hey, LJ's got the hair of Ori. Oh, quick roll up.
Could it be? Eyes were off the prize, the distraction there.
No, we had new champs.
You got to thank Fight Factory Pro Wrestling officials watching closely right now live here on YouTube and Facebook. And
oh!
Assisted with the elbow to the back.
I know they. Are they going for it? Oh, double super.
New champs. Oh, wow. What a battle.
I know if I was in the casino right now with Rick Dames, we both would have betted the house. Better Together was taking the W right then and there.
Hey, keep in mind, Better Together, two-time WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions.
They know how to win the gold. They know how to win title matches.
It's true. No, it's a matter of time before they become FFPW World Tag Team Champions. I think they thought they were going to do that tonight. They really want to become Irish Tag Team Champions. They want to head to Ireland and...
Oh, good.
But Swarm.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Flipped upside down. Haddad Horvitz somehow standing.
Ori is leaning. He ain't even standing.
Trying to figure out who the hell's even legal.
I'm sure all of these guys are confused right now. It's been absolute chaos. But I think we got the legal man in.
And they're going for it.
Oh! Wow!
Together forever counter, but crucifix pin. No! Wow. Together forever nearly did the trick, but the boot to the face. And here comes Swan Commentary in the corner.
Top rope cutter.
And we're not done yet. Swan now legal. Continued tandem offense.
Oh my goodness, what a kick from LJ. Swan to the middle rope.
As they say, goal! 450 from the second rope. This is it. They retain.
Here are your winners, and still the Irish Tag Team Champions, LJ Cleary, Rich Swann, All Night Beautiful Life.
What a tag team match we just saw.
There is no shame in defeat for Better Together. Better Together just pushed the FFPW Irish Tag Team Champions to the limit here tonight at WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. But LJ Cleary, Rich Swann reign supreme.
Hey, real quick. I wasn't supposed to do this, but hey, I'm just gonna let you guys know. Today, not only is it my 1 year anniversary of sobriety, but also today is my 20th year of professional wrestling, and I couldn't imagine a better place than to perform it right here for WWE Live and all of you. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, when I was at my darkest times and when I was coming up and becoming the Rich Swann that you see today, it's 3 guys like this that brought me to that. And I just want to thank you 3.
What a moment. Not gonna hide it. I'm a big fan of Rich Swann, a personal friend of mine. Congratulations, Rich Swann, on all fronts. Swann is firing all cylinders. Sky is the limit for Rich Swann. So much talent. LJ Cleary looking great. Better Together, best unsigned tag team in our sport. And that, my friend, that is 4 men with mutual respect.
Great instant classic tag team bout. Respect all around. You gotta love it.
What an awesome first half here at WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. We're gonna take a very brief intermission. I think you got something to get ready for, excuse me, don't you?
Yeah, I'm about to go shut up a OVW champion and win me a burger. I'll see you later. See you around, Trevin. Hey.
Thank you as always, baby Keef. Again, thank you guys watching us. YouTube, Facebook, stay tuned. We're going to have a very, very short intermission. Congratulations again to our Irish Tag Team Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for 1 fall. a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship. Introducing first.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half here, WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. As you know, baby Keef has left the booth, getting ready to try to stick it to Anthony Catena, who came in here talking a lot of smack. However, I am joined by a champion here in WWN, the one half of the Shine Tag Team Champions, La Brava Escobar, and a hair away from becoming the first ever WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship. Great showing last night, nevertheless, but appreciate you coming here to join the booth.
Not exactly happy with the ending results of last night's Mercury Rising results, but you know what? I live to fight another day.
And the infectious enthusiasm of our champion.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Look at her. Look at her in her glory, Trevin.
La Brava, I'm going to be honest, you had a horrible night last night from the perspective of, had a heck of a match against this young lady. Took a little too long to go for the kill. Got shocked by Scotti, and then later on with your main squeeze, Salazar de la Muerte, getting involved in the WWN Proving Ground Championship match. And I will give Salazar this, he fought hard. Honestly, I thought he had that match won. I'm shocked he didn't. And unfortunately, you became collateral damage as Sage Scott got out of the way. You went through a table. Again, crappy night, but I'm gonna say, I'm looking at you right now. You're here in the booth. You're walking like it didn't happen. You are a tough young lady. I can't deny it.
I'll tell you what, it's spinal. It's spinal.
Ouch.
Yeah. He's gonna owe me a lot of chiropractic sessions. Everything is coming out of pocket from Salazar de la Muerte.
Well, nevertheless, first ever defense of the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship. We might have bubbles all over the entire building in a second, but let's send things down to Michael James for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger standing to my right. She hails from Staten Island, New York.
No, I don't.
And she's your uptown girl, Anastasia. And her opponent, she hails from Columbus, Ohio, and is your reigning and defending WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion, Scotti Sosa.
Gonna give Scotti this. It was really upsets throughout the duration, in my opinion, of the WWN Women's Proving Ground Women's Championship. Everything from Catalina Perez last week, and honestly, you, La Brava Escobar, last night. Record books, as impressive as it was, you beating Scotti to a pulp, the record books are going to show first ever champion and defeated La Brava Escobar.
You know that one mantra that says, we don't talk about Bruno? We don't talk about this, Trevin.
Hey.
We don't ever talk about this ever again.
And I can see the look on your face, so I'm saying nothing more. I'm going to now focus on this matchup. Of course, Anastasia, about a year in the sport. This is a true story, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, she's a brat. You just saw a little snob. She's from the Hamptons. She married an 87-year-old man for his money. And strategically, are you shocked? The man died. Young lady's rich.
I'm not upset and not surprising at all.
Got all the money as this match gets started here. And of course, Anastasia wants all the gold.
I mean, somebody's got to take the gold away from Scotti. It might look better on Anastasia. Look at all the gold that she's wearing in her outfit.
I did not expect Anastasia. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
surprised.
Good Lord. Thank goodness somebody shut her up.
I'm surprised Scotti went for it twice, trying to get the friendship, but a great counter here by Scotti Sosa. Obviously a crowd favorite. You heard it last night at the WWN Super Show Mercury Rising. Whoa, Matrix escape. She hanging out with Vera Fox? What the heck? Crossbody. Leg is hooked.
Come on, still got a lot of gas in the tank. It can't end that quickly.
We open up tonight with a Crypt Wrestling Training Facility showcase, and Anastasia training there as well. Hanging out at those Crypt Brewery bashes. Of course, she shows up in limousines, little diamonds,
Let me tell you something. The Crypt is one great facility to train in. I dropped in there one time, and let me tell you, their training is horrendous, in a good way.
Oh, wow.
Rightfully deserved.
Handful of hair and head first all the way into the apron. Did you see the way Scotti got pulled through the second rope and down flexibility going against Scotti? Pinfall.
And she collapsed like the sore loser that she is. She may be the first ever WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion, but in my eyes, she is still a loser.
You, my friend, as one half of the Shine Tag Team Champions, as part of Lancicarius, the most dangerous group in Shine Wrestling, let alone Controversial Inc.
Yes, I know how to pick up. I know how to roll with the big guns.
You might have one bad night, but does not translate to the long story, and I'm gonna be worried for anybody who gets in your way going forward, especially when you channel the frustration from last night. But as we look right here, are you pleased watching young Anastasia get to give a little torture to Scotti?
This for me is pure entertainment. I'm loving this.
Scotti coming back. You hear the WWN faithful. Oh, well, short-lived comeback.
I will say this. Scotti is a very formidable opponent, and she did work hard to get that title. But let's see if she can actually go toe-to-toe with Anastasia, because she looks very hungry today.
I don't disagree. And Scotti refuses to quit. It takes a lot to beat Scotti Sosa. However, we've seen Anastasia pick up some wins here in WWN. We've seen it, as you mentioned, in the Crypt. Hell, her husband's situation is something like a story from Tales from the Crypt. True story, by the way, in the 80s. But Scotti in some trouble here as Anastasia coming in going for the kill. I think if the snobby one can focus, could be a new champion.
Potentially, that would be the shortest reign of the WWN Proving Ground Women's title.
That would please you to no end, wouldn't it?
Oh, of course it would.
Like hooks.
Let me tell you something, Trevin. The WWN Proving Ground Women's division is at an all-time high, and it just keeps on getting better and better with stronger women, but they're not at my level, Trevin.
We've got to support you on that one, on both fronts, because from the perspective of you incredibly talented and a champion in Shine Wrestling right now, but you got to watch out, because you already know Scotti's there. Anastasia wins the gold tonight. She will be nipping at your toes, your heels, whatever the right term there is, as I'm failing. Watch out.
Listen, even if she gets on my hindsight, she's a victim. I will gladly run Anastasia over to her.
Well, Anastasia was hoping to make Scotti Sosa a victim, but Scotti got out of the way. Elbow could be injured. You can have the best masseuse on the planet, but ain't gonna help you in the moment.
No, it ain't, and here she goes. Nice drop kick.
That athletic background of cheer, track, dance. Scotti's whole life, that's where you can see the way she moves, the shape she's in, the flexibility, and a beautiful bulldog.
And can she dance her way to a proper victory tonight?
It could be right now.
Close to count. Sorry, no dice, Scotti.
Scotti's got that throwback feel, kind of reminds me, she likes to call herself a little funky, fresh, those early 90s moments.
She reminds me of like a Dixie cup.
A Dixie cup.
A little bit like a Dixie cup. You don't think so? Little take back?
Neck breaker from Anastasia, but now you're gonna have to explain that one a little bit later here. Leg is hooked. 2 count only.
We almost had a new champion. I would have been so happy, but no.
This is the challenge when you're elitist and you are Anastasia. You start to get frustrated, take a little while to come back, and it gave Scotti time to come to life. How do you like to eat some feet?
Unfortunately, I know all too well how that feels like.
Going for the springboard and does connect right there. Candy-coated raindrops. Think it's over.
Here is your winner, and still the WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion, Scotti Sosa.
You know what, Trevin? I think it's time that Scotti hears what I have to say face to face after our matchup from Mercury Rising last night.
What do you mean?
I'll be right back.
Where are you going? La Brava Escobar's leaving the booth. My broadcast colleague, I thought I had La Brava Escobar up here replacing maybe Keef, but now A look with malintent from La Brava Escobar.
Nobody asked for your opinion, old man. Shut up! You know what? It is a little bit unfortunate that I had a really bad last night. Not only losing to Scotti Sosa, where she became the first ever WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion, but I also went through a table. So yes, maybe at Mercury Rising last night wasn't my night, but let's see if you actually have what it takes to carry the women's division of WWN Proving Ground on your back. Because in the meantime, while you do that, I will be carrying the Shine Tag Team division on my back, Scotti. And it's a little bit disrespectful that I'm not the one wrestling you tonight. But don't worry, now you become a target. And don't worry, whenever you're ready to defend that title there, I'll be here waiting. So come knocking at my doorstep, Scotti, because I'm always ready to add you to my list of victims. Exactly, that's what I thought. You got balls? Come on, let's go.
Wait a minute, La Brava. I'm no historian, but I think your partner speared you through a table last night. So, me and my championship are the least of your worries. But hold on, Sugar Plum, hold on. Okay, I'm a fair champion, and you know I'm free as a bird. And I'm available anytime, anywhere. So if you want to trot back over here, you can, and I'll be ready.
Well, you heard it right there, La Brava giving a little bit of the flowers to Scotti Sosa, but saying, when you're ready to face me, and Scotti Sosa made it clear, I'm ready. You tell me when, La Brava. Heck of a matchup. I would love to see that run back. A match worth checking out. Video on demand, WWN Super Show, Mercury Rising from just last night right here against Scotti Sosa with the upset victory, defeating La Brava Escobar in a phenomenal contest. Get the feeling La Brava is going to be in a very foul mood when she joins me back here in the broadcast booth, but thankfully Scotti Sosa is in a great mood with her absolute optimism. I love that young lady. It's awesome. Still so much more to come here. WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
You're in a bad mood, aren't you?
Of course I am. Of course I am. Did you see the disrespect, Trevin? The utter disrespect of that little brat? She doesn't deserve that title. I deserve that title. I rightfully deserve that title, Trevin.
Palm Beach, Florida. Weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the Versace man, Versace Prince, the Don of Louis Vuitton, and he is the Gucci man, the Trust Fund Kid, Blake Banks.
The number of brands that are listed when Blake Banks comes to the ring, I don't even know what half of them are. Now look at letting the kids know where those boots are from.
What is that, Versace? Gucci? That must cost a lot of money.
I don't know, some designer that I could never imagine what it costs to even get near. I was walking around Vegas at some absolutely crazy, what do you call it, the outlets where it's still way overly expensive. It's supposed to be the cheap version of all these brands.
Like 90% of stores in America.
And well, hold on.
Custom made, baby seal, Louis Vuitton leather boots.
Well, Louis Vuitton, you just heard it right there. I think Blake Banks would be telling me that it was too cheap at the outlets for him, regardless of the fact that they are designer style.
opponent.
Well, here's a guy with a much better attitude.
What the heck is he holding?
He hails from the Caribbean, weighing in at 201 pounds. Take it easy, Papi.
There's no pineapples in Colombia?
There's pineapples, but not pineapples with sunglasses on. This ain't SpongeBob.
How's that for my generation, but I know who he is.
I give you props. I don't hate you as much as I hated you 10 minutes ago.
Papi D, good to see him back. Been a few weeks here on WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem.
Papi D?
Oh, hold on. Papi D's gonna leave the pineapple with these young men.
Oh, for the love of God.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, this is what it's like to be here live. WWN Proving Ground. That's why you gotta come out here, ladies and gentlemen. Experiences. Those young children will remember this night for the rest of their life when Papi D gave them the pineapple guard. When Papi D aims to defeat the trust fund kid, Blake Banks, who has undeniably been on a roll.
And I'm going to remember this night as a nightmare, just seeing that pineapple with sunglasses. Who brings that out to the ring in a competition?
Well, a guy that's got more TikTok followers than probably the entire building put together.
But, Blake Banks. Let's talk about him for a second, because have you seen how incredibly talented that young man is?
Oh, I don't like the attitude of Blake Banks. I love the talent.
Talent is great. The attitude? Yeah.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Things underway now.
I don't like the way you're looking at me right now.
Look at Blake Banks in the constant jaw jacking.
Always, always. He's looking a way to antagonize his opponent right now. But Papi D is looking a little bit cocky right now.
Well, I think Papi D knows what it would mean to defeat somebody the caliber of Blake Banks.
Can he actually keep up with him? Because Blake Banks is very, very quick and agile. So is Papi D.
He's got a background Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, amateur wrestling, a black belt in Taekwondo on top of his wrestling skills for 3 years. So yeah, I think you're seeing it right now. Blake Banks better not underestimate Papi D.
Absolutely not, but right now, nice takedown. A little bit of a showboater.
I was gonna say Blake Banks. Leave it to Blake Banks.
Of course. I mean,
take it.
what could you expect with somebody that's wearing Louis Vuitton?
Credit to Papi trying to force the shoulders down, but I'm really gonna give this to Blake Banks. You gotta give another one of those situations. You gotta give credit to the guy for the talent and the growth. Blake Banks about 4 or 5 years in the sport. I've seen it. Heck, you've all seen it here on Club WWN. That growth. It's taking the time to train with Devon Dudley.
He's got an excellent background.
Look at Papi D.
How smart is he? He's using the ropes. He's still playing by the rules. He's still playing by the rules, Trevin. I see nothing wrong with this. It's a good way to catch your breath a little bit, you know. Strategize a little bit more, keep your distance. Smart tactics.
Trust Fund Kid is all about the views. Of course, that's one of the reasons Blake Banks making WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem a destination. We appreciate it whether you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, or Club WWN On Demand. Man, we have been getting some gangster numbers. Is that a good word? What the kids say? Is it banger numbers? Is it really good numbers? I gotta stop pretending I'm hip. We've been getting a lot of views. We appreciate you guys. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here as Papi D is enjoying right now being on top of Blake Banks.
He did pull his hair. You didn't see that? Papi D totally pulled Blake Banks' hair.
Are you sure about that? Is there enough hair to pull on Blake Banks with that fade?
Plenty of hair to pull. Did you not see that? He might not have a fro like Papi D does, but...
Banks kicking off Papi D. But there's the speed on display of Papi D, the pinfall. Marathon man, Jay Taylor, our official, starting to finally show some signs after 6 matches in a row.
All right.
That's not meant to be a criticism, man. It is so hot in this place. I don't know how he's moving. As Papi grabbing the leg of Blake.
Go down, huh?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Where are we going to go from sweeping the leg?
Oh, no.
Hey, yo!
For the love of God, somebody get this man off TV right now.
Knee has been damaged of Blake Banks. Love the enthusiasm of Papi D. He was born on a boat in the Caribbean Sea.
On a
True story.
boat?
Yep. He would cruise from island to island. During his youth was his family. Believes he represents the entire Caribbean, hence the pineapple. Ooh. He would get in street fights in the Caribbean, but kind of match up there from the perspective of Salazar when it comes to that. But I'm not saying who would win the fight. I'm just saying they both had that background fighting on the streets down that way. But nevertheless, sling blade from Blake Banks.
I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this. Papi D's attitude was starting to make me a little bit annoyed.
Blake Banks with that silver spoon. However, given the best training that can be bought, Blake Banks stays in phenomenal shape and has now damaged the shoulder of Papi D. Are you surprised the WWN faithful do not like Blake Banks?
Not surprised whatsoever, because let's be realistic. The type of attitude that he has, nobody wants to go near someone like that. But you got to admit, he's very impressive, and he brings so much aggression. Papi D's having a little bit of trouble keeping up right now.
Oh, ow. I got to say, hold on. Well, thank you for clarifying, Blake. It's a matter of time. It's not if, it's when Blake Banks holds singles gold in the World Wrestling Network. However, will the attitude, the cockiness, being braggadocious be the thing that slows it down? This kind of crap.
But is it really being arrogant, or is it being confident in your abilities?
Well, right now, the confidence I can't deny. And if Blake wins, leg hooked.
I can't believe he just did a dab.
And what do you call the thing where you slick your eyebrows? He did that too.
I mean, that's a little bit more acceptable than a dab, don't you think?
I thought the dab was out of style. I know what it is.
Completely out of style.
Fair enough.
This isn't 2010 anymore. This is 2025. What is it that these young folks say that's so mid? I don't even know if I'm using that in the right context.
Actually, yeah, Baby Keef said earlier. You see those boots and now the hand to the face, the disrespect, bringing Papi D to life, but Blake Banks quickly catching Papi, who manages to counter. Ouch.
Oh, he's definitely going to feel that in the morning.
People want to see Papi D get that win tonight. A lot of offense Papi D can hit you with.
That was a nice Euro, I'll have to admit.
And another.
Out of nowhere with the high knee.
Wasting no time. Ouch. That knee.
That's gotta be it.
With a head, and no, Papi still in it.
I was wrong. Okay. Mr. Pineapple Head actually is still having a fighting chance. Okay.
But that neck's gotta be hurting. I mean, you already mentioned your spine. I'm sure your neck hurting too from going through a table last night. You understand. How much does it slow you down, LeBron?
This will slow you down quite a bit because it knocks the equilibrium and the breath right out of you. I was seeing black yesterday for a full 2 minutes, Trevin. I couldn't move.
Ouch.
It's terrible, but here I am on commentary.
Versatility, I'm not gonna deny it. I wouldn't mess with you. Oh!
You're a very smart man.
I think many people should heed that warning as these two athletes just battling it out in the center of the ring.
That skin on skin contact.
Seen some of that Taekwondo.
Ouch.
Keep in mind, Banks again, trained with some of the best. In phenomenal shape. Has his meals prepared, but what's Papi got in mind?
Well, what do we got going on here?
An escape, could be looking for the trust fund kick, but no caught. German coming out of that springboard. Ow.
I'll tell you what, maybe that landing with that springboard German, it helps that he has an afro. I'm sure that it cushioned his head.
Never had that much hair, I can't say for sure. I don't think it's a helmet, LeBron.
I don't think it's a helmet, but at least it provided some cushion. Look, at least he's starting to get up. Slowly, you can see that he's got a little bit of fight left in him. Blake Banks is still down. Papi D still has a fighting chance, as much as I hate to admit it.
Official breaking up the count here. Match will continue. And I think Blake Banks may be realizing he made a mistake underestimating Papi D.
You can never go into a wrestling match underestimating anybody. It doesn't matter the years of experience or lack of. You have to be ready.
And if the camera didn't exactly pick that up, Papi was standing on the ankle when he came in, hit the forearm, and takes down Blake. Is it? No.
Still some gas left in the tank.
That was beautiful.
But he is wasting no time right now. He's not giving him any room.
Papi's got a lot of offense. He's got that front chancery. A lot of places this can be taken here. Officials double checking that Blake's not out already. Jay Taylor getting right in there. And are you telling me Blake Banks just raked the face and the eyes, poked the eye out?
You didn't see the fly that he had in his eye? He was just helping him out.
And there's the trust fund kick. Come on.
You see the amount of bugs that are here in Florida? He was just helping Papi D out so he could see better.
And designer drop top. This is it.
2, 3.
Stick a fork in him.
Here is your winner, the Gucci Man Versace Prince, the Don of Louis Vuitton, Blake Banks.
I have it on good authority. You notice Michael James having to announce all that, whatever that crap is. You're really just say, here's your winner, Blake Banks. But no, Blake Banks has forced Michael James. He said, if you don't give all my monikers, oh, hold on, he's gonna talk. Oh, now we're making it rain. Thanks, Blake. If you don't say all of my monikers, I'm gonna take you out like August Artois inadvertently took out Michael James last night. Credit to Michael James still even walking tonight. You can see he's got that Band-Aid on, but great showing by Papi D, and I really think if Blake Banks hadn't found a way to distract the official and poke the eye, Papi D had this. You may disagree with me, but like I told you, we're like, oh, come on, leave the pineapple alone.
Thank goodness. He read my mind along with everybody else.
Well, like I told you earlier, record books are going to say Blake Banks won, even though Papi D got robbed.
Robbed or not, Blake Banks is still the winner of today's match.
That eyebrow thing keeps doing it.
He's just laminating his eyebrows.
I don't
just
know,
make sure
man.
it's looking good for the camera.
He looks like the kind of guy that probably gets them taken care of. But nevertheless, after the waxing, Blake's going to go do credit again to Papi D.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. He hails from Highland Park in Dallas, Texas. Weighing in at 227 pounds, Anthony Primetime Catena.
Anthony Catena came up here earlier this evening, joining the broadcast booth. They didn't even know he's here, to be honest. And out of the get-go, out of the gate, started running down Baby Keef, of course, talking smack as well on Izzy, Vaden, and Daniel Lacy, but found his way to have to face Baby Keef here tonight. And apparently whoever wins is buying the other one a sandwich, I kid you not. Food's great here at the OCC Road House, but...
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Try their burgers over here. Their burgers are really great.
Of course, we'll talk more about the Anthony Catena credentials in a moment.
And his opponent.
Are you ready for a home field advantage La Brava? You've been on the other end of this before.
Unfortunately, but here we are again with this loser.
He comes in straight from the 305, weighing in at 72,000 grams, representing the Miami boys. He is the highest man in your city, the young bull, Baby Keef.
I always get confused about that because Florida's pretty flat here. We do have some bridges in this part of Florida. Where I live over in Central Florida, I don't know if there's even maybe a hill that goes more than 5-10 feet in the air, but Baby Keef finds a way to be the highest man in your city. It's amazing how he just finds the elevation wherever he goes.
I will say, I don't like the guy at all, and it's very, very obvious, but he knows how to...
Oh, watch out, watch out. Catena, disrespect out of the gate.
I mean, I probably would have done the same thing if I'm in the ring with Baby Keef.
I can believe it. Well, as I already mentioned, match not planned coming in here tonight. Baby Keef was going to be my broadcast partner like he was last night at Mercury Rising. Underway, albeit I do appreciate you once again, La Brava Escobar, joining me here in the booth, as much as I am terrified for my life right now. But as we get
started here. Listen to the 305 chant.
You know, it's a little bit embarrassing. You know that I lived in Miami for like about 15 years, Trevin?
Did you really? Tell me about it.
I sure did. I lived in Miami for 15 years, so I love the 305. That is my city. That is my town. That is my home. And it's embarrassing that Baby Keef is the representation of the 305.
Hey, I still think it's amazing that we're here in, what, the 727 or some similar area code, and we're getting 305 chants?
Something like that. We're in the 813. Isn't this 813?
Might as well be. Look at Catena. The smack talk. Of course, Anthony Catena was bringing up the fact that he's the Ohio Valley Wrestling. He said champion. Finally got him to admit it's the media champion. That's not taking anything away, but he is not the world heavyweight champion of Ohio Valley Wrestling.
There is a big difference between both.
Catena's in a trio. Everybody's got a belt, but we're jaw jacking. And of course, they're all apparently the champion. Al Snow, one of the trainers for Anthony Catena. I wonder what Al thinks about Catena now.
Not as much as your mother.
I wonder, right now there is a big struggle between both Baby Keef and Anthony Catena.
Catena's gonna find out the speed of Baby Keef, but Keef just found out what a brick wall is like.
It's like running, yeah, it's like what you said. It's like running into a brick wall. He just fell, collapsed.
You never know where you're going to see Anthony Catena here in the United States and Mexico and the UK, but you do know if you take your eye off your opponent, you're going to get smacked in the face.
Disrespect.
Well, he's knocking the taste out. Get. Oof. He's going to say get Catena ready for having to be jealous while he watches.
He is not playing around today. He didn't like that at all. The amount of disrespect, though.
Just to say, Baby Keef get the sandwich, but you're absolutely right the way it's going right now. Catena in control, and here's the thing, Catena, let's just call it like it is. I'm going to keep it clean. He's a butthead. However, when you're that talented, you can be a butthead, as Catena now wildly flying and Baby Keef impressively flying.
He just came out of the woodwork. Look at how high he flew with that drop kick.
Anthony Catena nearly threw Baby Keef up into the giant fan above the ring, and Keef was able to kick off Anthony Catena. But I want to point out, Catena was jumping so high, he's nearly hitting the damn turnbuckle, over the turnbuckle, into the post. Catena is so athletic. It's like when you got a puppy who doesn't know how to handle his limbs yet. Except Catena, is a veteran, but still is so powerful. He has trouble pulling himself back.
He also brings a lot of aggression. I have seen this man when he was working over there in down south in Florida. He's been doing a great job dominating Florida as well as all the other states that he's been wrestling in. He has quite a bit of credentials to talk about.
Trying for the senton, but able to get out of the way. Well done by Keef. Back to the speed on display. Well, that is one way to stop an opponent. Unique offense and a cross-body to a very prone Baby Keef. Hanging over the rope. Bravo, you have been choked over a top rope before. What the heck does that feel like?
That feels like absolute garbage. Literally everything around you goes black. You lose all momentum. It's horrible. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I feel a little bit bad for Baby Keef. Just a tad bit.
Catena says he's pound for pound the best around by leaps and bounds. And you're seeing again, it's the agility, it's the strength. Guy's a chameleon. He's learned from everybody. I already mentioned Al Snow, Dr. Pritchard. I think Anthony Catena has been in more training facilities throughout the United States and internationally than anyone I've ever seen.
But if you're smart and you're in this business, you should learn from everybody. You should take a piece of everywhere you go and apply it, so that way you're better every single day. That's what Anthony Catena is doing.
Catena pushed off by Baby Keef. Keef, though, really still having to fight from under here, as Catena didn't show up here planning to wrestle nor did Baby Keef, but these athletes showing how professional they are. Get right in there in the ring, but crossbody is got no one to catch it.
That had to knock the wind out of him.
That could, oh gosh, no. Counter, it's sunset flip, quick roll up. That's it. Better get the heck out of there. Anthony Catena in shock. Of course, he's saying what he wants on his sandwich. I think he asked for a hamburger. Anthony Catena. Catena primetime trying to make a statement as the "you still suck" chants rained down. I think Catena was showing off here tonight. I just got caught slipped on the banana peel, my friend, and guess what? I keep saying it. Record books will say, you lost, Anthony. Go buy that sample.
On the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
This is absolutely going to be an emotional matchup.
Team Brady. He is from the island of Puerto Rico, weighing at 170 pounds, representing
Damian Gemini shocked the world. Hold on.
Get my hands on my father and kick his ass and show him why I'm the best.
Shocked the world when he stabbed his father in the back and joined Lemeria. LeBrava, you've heard how I feel about that. I have multiple times. I just can't fathom doing that to your own father. And multiple times I've run down how we got here. I've run down the situation. And I give Big Dog, Puertorican Hound Dog, the credit that he tried to keep his hands off Damian. Damian finally earned it. And I am ecstatic that we're finally going to have father versus son, because I wouldn't ever see this happen. But now that it has to, now this young man's going to be in trouble.
Here is the bullet. He hails from the ball towns of San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing at 290 pounds. He is a Puerto Rican hound dog, Rafael Gonzalez.
And Big Dog going after us. Oh, take it out, TJ Brady. This is already starting fantastic. Match has started, but Damian Gemini took advantage of that distraction, trying to get the jump on his father now.
And he's wasting no time. But let me tell you something. If you've ever been in a Hispanic household, you don't defy your parents.
Not only do I agree with you, you don't stab your dad in the back. Join another group when you and your dad were on the way to regaining the gold. They were the first ever father-son duo with the title here in WWN Pinfall. And again, Rafael Gonzalez did everything he could to hold on, not hit his son. Heck, arguably was part of why Vice and Violence lost the tag team championships to Lemeria, let alone other matches, just because of the issues, but also trying to resist. Because I know Big Dog did not want to ever get his hands on Damian Gemini. Look at TJ Brady.
For the love of God.
The ginger from the Brady bunch, and thankfully we got Big Dog here taken down.
But that was veteran instinct that just kicked in. He knew that Damian was going to go for a cheap shot.
Hey, remember, who trained Damian Gemini? I'll give you a hint. Big Dog. And as they say, the teacher does not always show everything. Again, here's TJ Brady. Yo, Jay Taylor, I get it. I get it. It's your 8th match, but can you kick this kid out of here?
Get this man.
Yes! Yes!
I have never agreed more with another referee in my life until now.
Get the hell out of here, TJ. I am so happy. Go to the back, you little punk. And back into the ring. Sorry, I'm a little biased. Oh, Big Dog, though, in that distraction, caught by the Gamingiri from Damian Gemini.
You know what? I am a little bit biased because guess what? Rafael Hound Dog was one of the ones that trained me back 11 years ago.
Oh, wow. And you see, Damian was trying to escape doing some really impressive changing of his center of gravity as well, showing the core strength, and does have his father down to a knee.
We'll give credit where credit is due. Damian does have a set for defying his father, and he knows how to break him down like a tree trunk.
And has honestly played his father like a fiddle for a long time when it comes to afterwards. And as stated, what ended up happening with Vice and Violence and the six-man family feud, all the way back in Uprising. Well documented here both on Monday Night Mayhem and oof!
Do you think that he could also be trying to live outside of his father's shadow?
That's a possibility, but there's better ways to go about it. He killed my bug, though. I was going to say, you can watch the well-documented history of this, Monday Night Mayhem, our premium line events, all available as part of your Club WWN subscription. Back to your point, yes, I get you're in the shadow, there's better ways. And by the way, as Damian pounds on his father, Damian did nothing, or should I say Raphael, but try to help Damian, make Damian better.
What did you want to learn from somebody that's been all around the world, that has held multiple titles, has numerous of accolades?
Yeah, that's not TJ Brady. Who are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking about TJ Brady. I'm talking about Hound Dog. Forget about TJ Brady.
Absolutely. I thought you were insulting Hound Dog. Sorry.
Oh, God, no. Raphael, Hound Dog holds a special place in my heart.
Hey, you did say that. We're gonna a rare nice side of La Brava. It's like, oh!
Don't get used to it. Don't get too comfortable.
Damian Gemini, though, still in control. You got to remember, Damian, an athletic young man. One of those cases.
Do you think that he has the ability to be a breakout star here in Proving Ground?
I really do if he changes the attitude. Pinfall, quick veteran instinct, as you pointed out earlier, a big dog getting to that rope.
Ring awareness.
And as I always say, do not judge the book by the cover. Damian Gemini, man, strength beyond his size, obviously the agility. And when you think about father-son, man, how many times has that happened historically in our sport? You think where nostalgia meets the ring, Territory T, celebrating professional wrestling, championship wrestling from Florida, Bruiser Brody, American Giant, promo, or should I say logo tees from all of the World Wrestling Network. And you always hate to see father and son or brother and brother wrestle and into the pin. Oh, close, nearly over. And La Brava, I'll tell you right now, in the future, Territory Tees, we'll be talking about in 10, 20 years, this feud. And man, I really hope one day these two reconcile, but this trajectory, I don't see it ever happening, La Brava.
I don't see it ever happening right now. There is so much anger in Damian's face right now. And right now, he's not giving his father any chance to even stand up. It's punishment after punishment with each coming blow.
I remember the time that Damian, not long after he stabbed his father in the back, showed up at his house bringing TJ. I think Gio was there. Pinfall. Damian's mother getting in the middle of things. What do you do if you're the mother here? Who do you even side with? How can you get mad at your son even if he is being a punk kid? Pinfall.
I'd get mad at him. I would give him what we say in Spanish, una bofetada bien merecida.
Sounds bad.
Oh yeah, it's really, really bad. Ask any Hispanic around. You definitely never wanted your mother or your father backhanding you in the mouth. True story, it's happened before.
You mean just like that?
Just like that.
However, Damian Gemini firing back. Father, though, catching him. Big Dog's got Damian. Damian lands on his feet. And smart.
Targeting the knee.
You got to take down the bigger man. Big Dog has no knees. He ain't going to be doing a lot of this offense.
None whatsoever, because the knee just holds your body weight, and right now he's down to one. And on his back, Damian with all the confidence in the world.
Big senton. And Damian Gemini looking to defeat his father. Shoulders down. But the kick out.
Hound Dog still has a lot of fight left in him. He's not going to let this slide whatsoever. I feel bad for Damian if he is in the same ring with Hound Dog after the fact.
WWN faithful getting behind Big Dog. We all want to see Big Dog give Damian Gemini his comeuppance, but there's so much talent in Damian, like you were bringing out the potential for a breakout star. Singles gold perhaps in the future has already had. Tag team gold. And if he can defeat his father, that is a hell of a feather in the cap.
Yes, it is. I've actually known Damian since he first started in this business.
Crossbody caught. It's got to be probably in single digits, double digits early.
Ouch.
And beautiful suplex.
Wonderful. Both men are down. You could tell that this is very, very personal for them. Hound Dog in so much pain. Damian trying to recover from that stalling suplex.
Someone's got to answer this 10-count match could be over. I think we're seeing some signs of life from both athletes.
But how is that going to pair off with Hound Dogg's injured knee.
I think that could be the moment what really changes this matchup. We've been talking all night right now. It's in the high 80s. Humidity's got to be 7,000% right here. Lights are hot.
Oh, God, yeah, it feels terrible.
These guys have been fighting hard. Back body drop, though. Big Dog, even with the knee hurting. Trying to use the size in the pin. I got to ask you this, though. I know that Hound Dogg finally got mad enough with Damian. He hit him. Finally got mad enough with Damian that this match is happening. Is Hound Dogg holding back?
You know what? I know Hound Dogg's potential. I feel like he is holding back against his son. Well, because why wouldn't he? That's his son.
Ow.
That's his kin.
True blood. That's why I'm saying I still can't believe Damian Gemini stabbing his father in the back. But what is Big Dog calling for?
No. But you got to give it to Damian. At least he wants to get out of his shadows. What?
Why is TJ back here? Ring the bell. Freaking leave it to TJ Brady to ruin things. These punk-ass kicks.
Why is he still in there?
TJ didn't think Damian could win this thing. And is that our commissioner, Rick Thames?
Get this man out of the ring.
El Armeria has pushed Rick Thames' buttons and...
You boy! Get off! You!
What? Hell yeah! Yeah!
Oh my God, I never thought I'd see the day.
And for Damian too. That's what you get for raising your hands towards WWN Commissioner Rick Thames, professional wrestling legend. What a moment there.
What a big mistake from both TJ Brady and Damian.
Man, I threw my voice out last night. WWE.
Here is your winner by disqualification, Rafael Gonzalez.
Threw it out last night at WWN Super Show Mercury Rising. And then it was because of the damn Emerald Empire and the number of times they had did heinous acts, but tonight, that moment just made my day. I know this is somebody else's, but I'm ready to go running around screaming yes in this damn building to see Rick Thames finally getting his, especially that punk-ass kid, TJ Brady. You deserve it, TJ. You pushed the button.
Anybody could see Trevin right now. He is literally super stoked about the outcome of what just happened.
Hey, good news.
I'm gonna hurt you, Molly. Think you're not.
Oh, don't push him any further, guys. You don't think Rick Thames will come out there? I got good news, kids. Dealing with Simon Says, we are all lawyered up already. Do what you want to do. I got news. We will support our commissioner. He did right. You earned it.
Stay out of this. You're gonna regret this. I swear to you. I swear to God, you will regret this. You will regret this. I swear to you.
I'm in his threat, you know. I'm in a really good mood right now, but I just have my heart sink a little bit, LeBron, because when Lamaria says you're going to regret this, the things these men have done, underhanded, I mean, you just saw the way TJ came and attacked Big Dog. I'm a little nervous.
They got a huge target on their back right now. I'm glad that they've left the building right now. That is so unfair.
Rick Thames! I'm getting sick and tired of you getting involved in my business. It was just supposed to be me and my father, but no! You want to come in for the big save. And TJ, you need to fix that because I'm sick and tired of that old man. I'm sick of it. I'm over it.
Rick, you want to keep getting involved in our business? Ever since I debuted here last year, you let me do these stupid open workouts, interfering in tag matches, ruining stuff, putting your hands on me. Oh, Rick, I know you got a pair of boots, and you better lace them up, and you better go with that other old man, because Rick's filling your retirement home. You're going to walk down that aisle. I dare you to walk down the aisle, put your damn boots on, get in the ring. You want to keep putting your hands on us? 2 weeks. 2 weeks he's done it.
2 weeks. So next week, we, Law Maria, will see you in that ring.
And Trevin, make the match.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main triple threat match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the WWN Multimedia Championship. Introducing first.
Only 24 hours removed from an absolutely violent last man standing match. Jay Sky, Richard Adonis tried to destroy each other here at the WWN Super Show Mercury Rising. However, it was Jay Sky ultimately able to keep Richard Adonis down for that 10 count. Another one of those situations where Richard made a few mistakes, not going for the kill when he had the chance. Regardless, Richard Adonis refusing to defend the WWN Multimedia Championship that he won just 1 week ago here at WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem, and really a shocker, albeit the talent of Richard Adonis. You can't deny it, defeating Sideshow, but tonight has to defend the title, but wait till you see who the second man is in this matchup. Is Jarett Diaz, coming to us from up in the New York area, boy from the Bronx, original member of our boys here at Rapture. So talk a little bit more about the history of Rapture, but it goes all the way back to February the 17th with the Miami Boys versus the Rapture, a match that was really the history of WWN versus the future of WWN, and it was a great matchup. Heck, Rapture even won, but it was the post-match. It was Richard Adonis trying to continue an attack on the Miami Boys, and Jay and Jarett were like, yo, settle down, man. What the hell are you doing? And, well, Adonis first attacked Jarett Diaz, and Jarett Diaz has been trying to find an opportunity to get down here to get his hands on Richard Adonis, and shocker, he's here tonight. And as we kick things off tonight, it was Jay Sky, of course, coming out saying, hey, I would like to have Rick Thames. Rick Thames comes out, he says, Rick, I want a match with Richard Adonis. I beat him. Give me that Multimedia Championship. Rick Thames could barely get the words out of his mouth before Richard Adonis came out to interrupt. Rick was like, look, here's the situation. You're deserving of that match, Jay. But we had somebody else call and say, WWN management, can I get my hands on that Richard Adonis? And of course, officials agreed. And that is how we got a triple threat for the WWN Multimedia Championship. It'll be the first defense for Richard Adonis, and truly could be a short reign because a triple threat does not favor the champion. You've been in matches like this, La Brava. Eyes in the back of your head, the side of your head, and you do not have to be involved in the pinfall or submission to lose your championship.
That is correct. You do not need to be pinned or tapped out in order to lose. It could be anybody. This is anyone's game. Isn't this another brotherhood torn apart, torn to pieces?
Absolutely. I'm ecstatic. Let's send things down to Michael James for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger, standing to my right. He hails from Bronx, New York, and weighing in at 220 pounds, the Hellhound, Jay Sky. And his opponent, he hails from Bronx, New York, weighing in at 195 pounds. He is the face of the franchise. Yeah. Diaz!
Have a chance for a second.
And their opponent, he hails from Orlando, Florida. Weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the reigning and defending WWN Multimedia Champion, the Silver Snake, Richard Adonis.
So I already mentioned all the way back February 17th when it was Miami Boys and Rapture, and really Adonis the entire match was overly aggressive, had a different attitude than Diaz and Jay Sky had, and of course wanting to continue to injure the Miami boys after the matchup, which was not what the rest of the Rapture were looking for, and of course turning into Jay Sky versus Richard Adonis, where Jay getting the first win and Richard getting the second win. Last night, rubber match, Jay getting the third win, and of course wanting that championship is what it's all about, the WWN Multimedia Championship. But now, new ingredient, there it is, Jarett Diaz.
Whoa, he did not waste any time. You could tell that he's got a lot of resentment towards Richard.
And trust me, Jarett Diaz, as I already mentioned, Rapture, you brought it up. Brothers from different mothers, running buddies, right at the turn of the 2020s, late 2019s, breaking in here. Ooh! In the World Wrestling Network, American Combat Wrestling, the gold they all held, and a brotherhood. One in the chamber, that is the finisher of the Rapture, and Richard Adonis get the hell out of there.
Smart, though. Smart. But dude, let's talk about this for a quick second. They know each other so well. How is that going to play into tonight's triple threat match?
Oh, it's going to play into it. Now, the question is, how much have they changed? What's different here is Richard Adonis looking to get the hell away from his opponents. And there's a lot of change. I'll tell you right now, Jarett Diaz, perfect example. The fact that this man's went on to hold on gold all over the Northeast. In fact, he's a regular in House of Glory, CZW, AEW. That's the thing is, Jarett Diaz has been making them towns. And while Jay and Richard for a long time continued to have tag team dominance, Jarett went for the singles.
Uh-oh.
Jay stopped himself from being thrown into Jarett Diaz. Oh, springboard cutter.
Miscommunication, and that's where the differences begin, everyone.
Hey, remember, every man for himself. Jarett Diaz was the WWN Rookie of the Year in 2019, and this is not 2019. And that's it. Richard Adonis has changed a lot himself.
Yes, he has.
Pinfall. Of course, Adonis did make it to the semifinals of the best of Combat Zone Wrestling, but let's talk about
very clever.
Let's talk about WWN Multimedia Champion, and what this title is about. This championship defense, not only broadcasting live right now on Facebook, YouTube, it will be put on all WWN social media. You want that championship because you get even more eyeballs, the maximum eyeballs, as Jay Sky powers in Richard Adonis into the corner. Sky and Adonis spending some time at Fighting Spirit Academy lately with Pete Dunne, Zach Gibson, James Drake. Of course,
oh, that had to hurt.
Training at different times, but you can see what they've learned there. I don't expect a lot of finesse here tonight, though. La Brava.
No, I don't think so either. However, now they're regrouping again.
Focus on him. Focus on him.
And it looks like right now, for now, like you just said, not only have they regrouped it, well, let's focus on Richard. Eliminate Richard, then you and I can fight and see who's the better man. It's good strategy.
But all it takes is another miscommunication for brother and brother to be pitted against one another once again.
I'm not my brother's keeper.
Touche.
But no, you're right. And that's the thing right now. However, of the three, who do you think's most likely to pull crap? Wait, what?
I called it. I called it. Because at the end of the day, they want the same thing.
I guess there was that little bit of a miscue, Jamie. Taking offense and second kick connecting.
All it took is one simple miscommunication, and of course, Richard Adonis coming in and taking advantage of Jay.
Jay Sky can move in ways you wouldn't expect for a bigger man, but as Richard not only has the agility, another man that's so powerful, so well trained. Just look at the damn traps.
You can tell that he goes to the gym every day.
Just a bit. Jarett Diaz, though, known for his speed, charging in, as stated, has become a breakout star.
So many different resumes here. So many different abilities as well.
And ending up with Jay Sky on top, the pinfall and broken up by Richard Adonis.
Yikes.
Diaz calls himself the quarterback of any company, is in the Uptown Ace, face of the franchise.
That's a little bit heartbreaking nowadays. First we had father and son, and now we have a broken brotherhood.
It's really emotional. And that's the thing, and I really mean it.
Disgusting emotions. Disgusting, Trevin.
Wait a minute, I'm the guy that's supposed to be getting emotional here. Hold on, pinfall. But kidding aside, I can't be unbiased. I really saw a lot in these three as a team. I loved them together. I helped try to mentor them myself as Jay Sky is trying to suplex two men. And the fact that not only did Richard Adonis become what he is, but now all three are fighting, it's tough for me to watch. Just like it's tough for Jarett Diaz to know where he is right now after that kick.
They came up together and now they're all pitted against each other, all for the common goal of becoming WWN Multimedia Champion or retaining the WWN Multimedia Championship.
And that's it. It's they were the underdogs, especially when they were breaking in here in the World Wrestling Network. They were the underdogs. Nobody believed in them.
But they were definitely in the conversation of a lot of folks.
Absolutely. And you got to give guys like Alex Green credit for bringing them to our attention. Guys like my old buddy Zach Romero helping the OG Proving Ground calls. So much that helped these guys break into American Combat Wrestling pay-per-views, break into turning heads.
Here we go.
Wow, up and over. And I'm so proud of what they've become from a credentials perspective. But I do hate to see this because I think as a unit, they can help raise each other up. Rising tides raises all ships instead of what they're doing to each other right now, trying to tear each other apart. And Richard Adonis, of course, is the catalyst and really the worst human being in the ring.
No, and he's only defending what's his. I'm sure he worked really hard for that title.
Counter to the sunset flip. And I'll give it. Could have been really bad. And he's trying again, able to hit. Going the springboard into the Destroyer. Ouch, ouch, and ouch. Broken up by Jay Sky, though.
Just deadlifting him off that pin.
The raw power Pearl River plunge. Is this it? Oh, no.
So close. So close. And you can tell that all three of these men are giving it their all.
Well, you talked about it. They really do know each other well. And as much as they have changed, as much as they have grown, there's certain instincts, there's certain shows, there's certain what to expect. And I don't know what to expect right now. Double Northern Lights? How did Jay Sky do that?
He is a very strong man, let me tell you. I have actually known Jay Sky for quite some time. Actually, when they first started as well. We shared the ring with them in different occasions. And I'm really happy to see how far that they've come, but it's a little disappointing that the refs are still not together anymore.
Diaz tossed, Adonis tossed onto Diaz, and official just realized that's a pin, but a double senton. Now two men being pinned at once, able to kick out.
That had to be like 2.999999999. He almost had it. And he knows he almost had it. All he needed was just 1/2 of a second.
Durability on display of all these athletes finding a way to continue. And Jay Sky, the man in control right now. And unlike Richard Adonis, who's ruthless, I know that Jay Sky is going to have the killer instinct, but
that's why he's a hellhound.
Well,
always going in for the kill.
As you know, Adonis loves to bite people. Tried to bite last night. Jay Sky bit back.
Sure is, and they call him the Silver Snake. He might just be the snake in the Rapture's garden.
Oh, he totally is, and we got to watch out for the biting. But look at that, there it is. There it is. Come on. Ridiculous. Well, I got news. Little snake bite. The Hellhound is a resilient man, and there is the Hellhound who just got caught, unfortunately.
Might have caught.
Abuse continues here from Richard Adonis. Two men prone. Head could be knocked loopy, and it's going to go back from bad to worse. Running power bomb into the pin, but bam, what a kick.
Out of nowhere, and you just said it earlier before, Jarett Diaz's speed is incredible. His strength. There's bodies all over the floor, Trevin. This is for the WWN Multimedia Championship. They are hungry. I wonder if Richard Adonis can actually retain tonight.
The odds are not on Adonis' side, as you see Jarett Diaz and Adonis. Oof.
The resentment.
And that's Diaz's point. You took everything. You took our friendship. You took really our brotherhood, and Diaz would love to go back to New York City with the Multimedia Championship. Long forward, but triple threat rules, watch out. Oh, going for the one in the chamber, caught. Cross rocks, no counter. Ouch.
A step ahead, but is it enough?
We're going to find out right now who's going to be in the middle. There's that kick again. Claymore style.
Yeah!
Looking for perhaps the Ghoul's wings. Sparta 1 did the trick last night. And this is the end of the matchup. No.
Didn't even give him the opportunity for a pin.
But stolen by Richard Adonis.
Here is your winner, and still the WWN Multimedia Champion, the Silver Snake, Richard Adonis.
You know what? He didn't steal anything from anybody. He won that match. It's a triple threat, no rules, right? He did what he had to do. Because you know what? If you really think about it, he broke out on his own, something that Jarett and Jay couldn't do. And look, because of that, that's the reason why he's the WWN Multimedia Champion, Trevin.
You can look at it any way you want. It's a triple threat, no rules officially broken. Jay Sky hit the Ghoul's wings on Jarett Diaz, had the match won, and in comes Richard Adonis, takes out Sky, takes advantage of the kill, gets the win, and defying the odds, successful in his first defense. And well, really from the perspective of the implosion of the Rapture, Richard Adonis can say, hey gentlemen, I'm better than you.
And he proved it tonight. He proved it tonight, and maybe that's the reason why he broke the Brotherhood, because maybe he saw them as a weakness, where now, in his glory as WWN Multimedia Champion, reigning and defending.
And not tonight. It's been an awesome night here tonight. WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem. Any party words, LeBron?
Shine is coming on August. I am ready to defend the Shine titles, and I am ready to come back to Proving Ground to target Scotti Sosa.
And keep an eye out for that indeed. What a night. Championships defended. And excited to say we are back every Monday night right here. Facebook, YouTube Live, Club WWN on demand, WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem, and of course, on July the 10th, Full Impact Pro Heat Stroke on Shine, August 10th, Shine 83. We are on a streak. Thank you for joining us here tonight. For Baby Keef, for LaBrava, for Michael James, I'm Trevin Adams. WWNLive.com for all things World Wrestling Network.